This is Shred, and when I first became interested in music theory, other guitarists warned me it would ruin my creativity. Truth is, knowledge is a powerful way to expand our creative capacity. I'll prove it by showing you a song for every key on the Circle of Fifths. Whether these artists know it or not, they're using music theory to make us feel joy, anger, and even sadness. Learn music theory and songwriting for free in my Discord community below. You can share your music for feedback and even get personal mentoring from me and other composers in the group. It just costs your soul. Now let's begin our journey through the 12 levels of hell in the Circle of Fifths. Here we are at 12 o'clock with the key of C. Hear this key in action with the Beatles' Let It Be.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary.
Here is C major, and what I want you to do is play your scales horizontally like this instead of vertically. And the reason for this is because now you have to actually think about the notes that you're playing and visualize them on your hardwood. I'm trying to get you guys to handle your hardwood on level 69. Now here's Let It Be by Mr. Paul McCartney. We got these beautiful chords: C, G, A minor, down to F, C, and then this little tag. Moving clockwise around the circle, the next key we encounter is G. Now G has one sharp, F sharp, and of course F stands for fuck. Black Sabbath's Paranoid uses this key. Now we're gonna switch to the low E string. So starting on the 3rd fret of the low E string is a G note, and play the G major scale there. You got a C, D, E. There's the sharp, F sharp, back to G, the root. Now Black Sabbath's Paranoid technically is the relative minor of G major. So it's actually in E minor. And you can see here on the Circle of Fifths, the inner circle here is reserved for the minor keys because everybody knows that minor keys are way cooler than major. Our next key, D major, is easily one of my favorites. Oh, it has a bright, resonant tone on the guitar. So here's D major, and it has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So we added a 5th on the last sharp. So from F to C in the alphabet, guess what? That's 5 notes. You can count them out. F, G, A, B, C sharp. The greatest guitar solo ever uses this key in Comfortably Numb. So here's D major, and let's jump up back to the 5th string to check this one out, starting on the 5th fret. And you're thinking about those whole steps and half steps. That's one way to do it. When I actually play the major scale or any scale, I'm not thinking about intervallic relationships though. I'm just picturing, okay, that's a D note, that's an E, that's an F sharp, that's a G, that's an A. So I'm literally thinking about the Circle of Fifths and not the intervals between the notes. One of the most primal ways to express the rock and roll spirit is to play the crushing chords in Comfortably Numb. Jimi Hendrix is often considered to be one of the greatest guitar players to finger the G string. Foxy Lady uses our next key in the Circle of Fifths, A major. So here we are, A major. F sharp minor is the relative minor, which is technically the key of this song. And we got 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Check this out. Here is the A major scale. Now I'm going to throw you a curveball. Instead of starting on a fretted note, we're going to go with an open string. And this is going to disorient you a little bit and help you to focus on learning this information from another angle. So we got A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, back to A, which stands for It's Asinine How Cool Foxy Lady Is. Here's the Foxy Lady riff. Of course, the F sharp repeated note, it gives us that tonal bass. These double stop stabs are really cool at the top, a signature for that pentatonic scale sound. And who could forget the blue note, that devilish tone that you sell your soul to the devil for. E major has a rich, full sound on the guitar. Learn all 4 sharps to handle your hardwood on level 69 with Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. E major, here it is. Learn it on the fretboard, open 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, that raised 7th degree, and we're back to the root E. Few guitar players dare to venture into B major. Attaining 5 sharps, it's no easy task to navigate this beautiful shimmering sound. You gotta give Dream Theater's Count of Tuscany a spin, and I promise it will win your heart. Now here is the Count of Tuscany by Dream Theater. It has these beautiful shimmering arpeggios. As you can see, there's our 5 sharps. It's like avoiding landmines in this key. The sharps are everywhere. Let's give this a spin on the open B string. Again, we're just moving all over the guitar to mix things up and to get you thinking about notes instead of frets and intervals. So here we go, B major, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, back to B. Now we're really sailing into uncharted territory with key of F sharp major. We got 6 sharps in this bitch. No guitar player, at least in rock and metal, willingly submits themselves to the torture of this key. Let Linkin Park guide you through its treacherous terrain. Linkin Park's In the End actually uses this key, but of course, whenever guitar players play in keys like F sharp major, you always gotta cry foul, because what they're actually doing is just tuning the guitar differently. No one, like I said, at least in rock and metal, will actually play in this key. I don't think I've ever seen that. If you're a jazz guitarist, then yes, absolutely. Now play along with me if you dare. Here is F sharp major starting on the 2nd fret of low E. There's the 4th degree, 5th, 6th, leading tone, back to 1. The final key on the sharp side of the circle of fifths is the infamous C sharp major. Now musicians the world over are mortified if they look down at that sheet music and they see 7 sharps. Personally, I just quit and walk out of the gig. Fortunately, Rick Astley can help you dance right through this nightmare with the greatest song of all time. Now, are you ready for the most difficult key of all time? We've got C sharp major. Let's start on the 4th fret of the A string and play that major scale. There it is, back to the root. Now, if you ever want to roll someone in real life, learn the never gonna give you up lick. It's time to turn our attention to the flat side of the circle. So now we're navigating counterclockwise around the circle with the key of F, which stands for fuck. This is also known as the saddest of all keys, D minor, and of course, Metallica's Call of Cthulhu uses it. What a beautiful piece. You have this line cliche going through the middle. So you have the 5th to the flat 6th to the raised 6th to the 7th. Some would say that Lord Dave Mustaine stole this idea for his track Hangar 19. Either way, it's a really cool key. And here we are, the F major scale, the relative major. Heading deeper into the counterclockwise direction, we encounter the key of B flat major. Now we've got two flats, B flat and E flat. For some reason, two flats makes you feel blue, which is why I'm Blue by Eiffel 69. I mean, Eiffel 65 is in this key.
I'm blue, I was need, I was dying, I was need, I was dying.
I love that melody. What a strong line there. So here's the key of B flat major, starting on the first fret of the A string, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. See if you can call out the notes as you play them. Ronnie James Dio, God rest his soul, once wrote a medieval metal track in the key of E flat. It's called Holy Diver. Honestly, a key like this is typically reserved for jazz cats, but guitarist Vivian Campbell welcomed the challenge. E flat major. Whoa, what an uncomfortable key for rock guitar players. So we'll start on the 6th fret, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D natural, back to E flat. Holy Diver has to be one of the most satisfying riffs you can play. Final key in our Circle of Fists tour for today contains an arsenal of flats. Key of A flat boasts 4 of them. You got B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Honestly, it kind of smells like Teen Spirit. The truth is, Nirvana doesn't get enough credit for its adventurous songwriting. This is a really bizarre song, but it works. Here's the key of A flat major with 4 flats. We're gonna go to our favorite string to finger, the G string, and play it there. Made it. I want to know in the comments which key was your favorite. They each have a unique personality to get acquainted with. Let's keep it real. Left to our own devices, we often get stuck in like a downward spiral of random noodling. New ideas can help trigger a fresh perspective and help you write that Spotify number 69 hit. Until next time, shred.